James, I think you've said to me that that's your favorite of the X-Men films. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Days of Future Past?
Yeah.
I go back and forth. There's a toss-up between First Class and Days of Future Past. I feel First Class sort of tried to do something quite different and do a different kind of tonal approach, if you like, which I thought was really cool. But Days of Future Past kind of went more sort of classic, but it just did it so well. And it was sort of, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm not trying to claim anything, because I didn't direct it or write it, but it was sort of one of the first ones that did all that timeline stuff and different universe-y kind of crossover-y stuff that we kind of weren't used to as much back then. Back then, before the war. Back when we was on rationing and a can of beef was a luxury. It just felt a bit different and a bit new. So I go back and forth between the two of them, to be honest with you. But I got to do some, people are going to go like, oh, you must, get so bored on those big movies and whatever. I'm like, playing Charles in Days of Future Past was like a proper, solid acting workout. It was awesome. It was so good.
Yeah, it's like Charles by way of Born on the 4th of July. He's strung out. It's that must be really, and not to mention, you can just do so much with your buddy Fassbender. Talk about a great screen partner to have.
Yeah. Well, I actually ended up spending more time with Nick Holt on Days of Future Past. Me and Fazzy were sort of kept apart a lot, which I never quite understood. Too much friendship. It was cool. Like Elliot was saying, we just had we were lucky enough to have an amazing group as well, and no bad eggs, and just real good, sort of supportive group energy, which was one of the privileges of my career to do those 4 films with those guys.